Taurus, October arrives not as a gentle breeze but as a force of renewal. The earth beneath you, your comfort zone, your sense of control, may tremble just enough to remind you that stability isn't the same as growth. For you, who values peace, consistency and security, this shift may feel uncomfortable at first. But beneath that unease lies transformation, the kind that changes not only your circumstances, but your entire outlook on life. Picture this: a seed resting safely in the soil, content where it is. Then October's winds come, stirring the ground. The seed cracks open, not because it wants to, but because it must, to grow into something greater. That's your journey this month. Before we dive deeper, let me remind you, what I share here isn't just surface astrology. I translate cosmic movements into real-life lessons that awaken truth. My goal isn't to predict your week, it's to show you the larger pattern, the karmic rhythm shaping your month. So stay with me to the end, because October's message for you carries both warning and wisdom, and missing it could mean missing your moment of breakthrough. This October, Taurus, the cosmos highlights one word for you: balance. The sun begins the month in your 6th house of work, health, and daily routines. You'll feel drawn to take control, to organize, to fix, to bring order to chaos. It's productive energy, yes, but it also tempts you to overextend, to carry too much weight on your own shoulders. You might feel responsible for everyone and everything, yet this impulse hides a deeper truth. Your value doesn't come from how much you do, but from how fully you show up in each moment. And as the sun moves into your 7th house later in the month, the focus shifts. Relationships take center stage, both personal and professional. You may find yourself reevaluating how you share energy, love, time, and even money with others. It's a revealing process. Old dynamics can crack open, and hidden truths surface. Mars sharpens your words and gives you courage to speak. But with Mercury weak, between October 3rd and 24, those words can cut deeper than you intend. What you say or don't say during this time carries karmic weight. NNTHE spiritual theme for you this month is surrendering rigidity. The universe is shaking you just enough to remind you that growth requires movement. Taurus, your greatest strength, stability, can also be your greatest limitation when it becomes resistance. October's message is simple but powerful. Flexibility will bring breakthroughs. Stubbornness will bring frustration. When it comes to career, Taurus, October gives you the steady momentum you love, but with a few crucial turns. In the early days of the month, you're productive, focused, and practical. The sun's influence in your work sector boosts your efficiency. Projects that once dragged now move forward, and your consistency earns respect. This is the time to show your reliability, to deliver what you've promised, and to refine your craft. NNHOWEVER, Mercury's weakened energy mid-month introduces tension. Miscommunication between colleagues, delays in decisions, or sudden changes in leadership can test your patience. You may find yourself dealing with mixed signals or unclear expectations. The instinct to take control and fix everything yourself will be strong, but don't. Overstepping now could create unnecessary friction. Instead, focus on what you can control: your discipline, your timing, your tone. This is a great month for reviewing long-term strategies, updating your skills, or reconnecting with mentors who can offer grounded perspective. By late October, as clarity returns, all that patient preparation begins to pay off. Opportunities for collaboration and growth emerge, but only if you've stayed adaptable rather than rigid. Remember, October isn't about racing ahead. It's about proving that slow, consistent effort builds foundations that last long after others burn out. Money this month feels steady, but layered with important lessons. Jupiter's presence helps you attract opportunities for income or financial stability, especially in the first half of October. If you've been waiting for a decision, a payment, or an opportunity, it may finally start to materialize. The key is to approach finances like a gardener, not a gambler. Nurture what's growing, don't yank it out to see if it's taking root. Mid-month, the energy becomes trickier. The sun's transition and Mercury's weakness could create confusion around agreements or contracts. A deal that looks safe may carry fine print you overlook. A purchase that feels necessary may end up draining resources. The emotional test here is about trust. Do you trust yourself enough to wait until you're certain? There's also a karmic undertone this month about attachment. You might realize how much your sense of security depends on the material world. The universe is gently asking you to detach from fear-based financial decisions. Stability doesn't come from control, it comes from confidence in your ability to rebuild if needed. End October with gratitude for what you have, not anxiety over what you might lose. In love, October begins softly. Venus blesses you early in the month, surrounding your connections with affection and ease. If you're in a relationship, the warmth is tangible. You feel understood, supported, seen. There's a sense of comfort that makes you want to sink deeper into the bond. For singles, attraction is strong, but this time it carries a karmic tone. The people entering your orbit now mirror lessons from past lifetimes or old wounds. It's not just romance, it's soul work. As the month progresses, though, this serenity becomes more complex. Power dynamics shift. Misunderstandings may arise, not because of malice, but because both parties are projecting old fears. Venus moves on, Mercury falters, and suddenly you may feel that someone isn't hearing you, or you aren't hearing them. Taurus, your instinct will be to retreat, to protect yourself by going silent, or holding on to resentment. Don't. The universe is asking you to practice vulnerability, to express your truth calmly and clearly, without demanding control. In NBY late October, if you've kept communication open, relationships deepen. Honesty heals what pride would have broken. Whether love grows stronger or fades away, what remains is clarity. Remember, karmic connections don't always come to stay. They come to teach. Your health this month reflects the balance or imbalance of your routines. The sun in your 6th house early on highlights the importance of self-care, and you'll feel motivated to improve your daily habits. You might decide to eat cleaner, sleep more, or simplify your schedule. But be careful not to swing to extremes. Overworking or perfectionism could quickly lead to burnout. In Taurus, you carry stress quietly, storing it in your body. When emotions go unspoken, they can show up as tension, fatigue, or even minor illnesses. The cosmic message here is simple. Release. Walk in nature, breathe deeply, stretch, meditate, create. Whatever helps you feel grounded, do it consistently. NNBY the end of the month, as the sun moves into your relationship sector, balance returns. But only if you've honored your body and mind along the way. Treat rest as sacred. It's not laziness, it's recovery for the soul. In your personal circle, October brings both warmth and potential friction. Around mid-month, communication challenges arise. Pride or stubbornness, traits both you and your loved ones share, can create unnecessary tension. You might feel misunderstood or underappreciated, but reacting defensively will only deepen the divide. NNTHE healing path here is empathy. When you soften, others soften. When you listen without judgment, even long-standing issues begin to dissolve. By late October, if you've stayed grounded and present, the emotional climate improves significantly. Family bonds strengthen, and your home becomes once again a space of peace rather than conflict. This month teaches that love at home thrives not on control, but on consistency. On showing up, even when you don't agree, and choosing calm over confrontation. From October 1st to 9, Venus supports love, creativity, and stability. These are golden days for connection, progress, and joyful productivity. If you've been waiting to express feelings, share ideas, or plant seeds for future plans, do it early. NN from October 10th to 24. Mercury's weakness clouds communication. Double-check details, avoid major contracts, and think twice before speaking in anger. This is your caution zone, a time to slow down and reassess. NNBY late October, clarity returns. Mercury strengthens, Mars moves into supportive alignment, and partnerships, both romantic and professional, gain momentum. What was uncertain begins to make sense. The fog lifts, revealing what's real. Your main pitfalls this October revolve around resistance. Taurus, your loyalty and persistence are legendary, but when that turns into rigidity, it blocks growth. Don't cling to old routines, outdated roles, or relationships that have clearly shifted. The universe will keep nudging you until you move. Overworking is another danger. The temptation to carry everyone's burden will drain your energy. Prioritize, delegate, and rest. And finally, Be wary of pride. Arguments, especially mid-month, can escalate quickly if you insist on being right. Choose peace over proving a point. The best way to navigate October is to embrace patience and presence. Use the first half of the month to build, organize, and plan. Don't rush progress. Trust steady effort. When things slow mid-month, don't panic. The pause is protective, giving you time to reassess. NNBY late October, when clarity returns, you'll be ready to act from a place of calm strength rather than reactive impulse. Practice grounding daily, meditate, journal, spend time outdoors. These small acts keep you connected to your center, no matter how chaotic the world feels. And above all, keep communication gentle and transparent. Speak with love. Even when you disagree, the universe is guiding you toward deeper authenticity, not perfection. Taurus, October will test your patience, but it will also awaken your truth. This is the month that asks, where are you holding on too tightly? What are you afraid to release, even though you know it no longer fits? More you resist change, the harder it feels. But the more you trust the process, the more life opens up. By the end of October, what once felt uncertain will begin to make sense, and you'll realize the universe wasn't shaking your ground to destroy your peace. It was preparing you for a new foundation. NNIF. This message resonates with you. Like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs grounding this month. Tell me in the comments what area you want me to dive deeper into next. Love, money, or spiritual growth. Your insights and your journey keep this channel alive, and together, we'll keep uncovering the truth beneath the stars.